In Europe, I could get to the hoop and I could finish over the guys easy. And then I came to the Phoenix Suns, you know, first practice, Shaq was under the basket.
Here we go, guys. We back with a special edition of the OGs. It's always good to have my friends and family in the building. You know what I mean? I know we don't look alike, but this my brate. If you know anything about that, that's my brother. So I'm gonna sit with both of my brothers. I'm actually gonna sit with two of my brothers. Don't worry about what they look like. They ain't got nothing to do with it. So I appreciate you, Goran Dragić, in the building tonight. Gogi, the Dragon, Gogi, Goran, all that good. Man, welcome to the OG show, Gogi. Thank you,
Iron Shoulder.
Iron Shoulder. I forgot about that.
You gave me that nickname, man.
You're right. You're my dog. Listen, let me tell you something. One of my favorite teammates, and not because of his skill set, because of tough as nails.
Yeah.
Tough as nails. So this is an honor for me to have him. And he's also recently retired, like myself. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Yeah. Welcome
to the club, huh?
Yeah, welcome. Don't worry about that old man. He been out the game. He been out the game. Don't worry about him. We've been out the game.
You know what? Mike could still play now. Just put him in the corner and shoot that thing, man.
You're right about that now.
Play zone.
You're right about that. All you got to be able to do is shoot that thing. For sure, for sure.
We play zone, Mike.
That's exactly what
with you, too.
Exactly. We better play zone. So talk about it, man. He was your team. Like, give me some UD stories, man. We're gonna jump right into it. Give me some UD stories.
Don't do it
like
UD.
that.
Because everyone talks about how he hold it down. He did hold it down.
Oh, he did, man.
Let's go back to the bubble, bro.
Let's get right into it.
Let's go back to the bubble, man. And obviously, obviously you've been in the Heat culture for a period of time, and it's always like, what's the secret to the success? And how does it work? Because when people look at the rosters and they don't see the talent that they would expect us to have the success that we have, they say the math ain't mathing. Just go back to the bubble, man, and just go back to how close-knit we are, how much time we spend together, and how different that is, because you've been in a couple of situations.
Yeah.
Obviously, you were drafted by the Spurs,
got
traded to Phoenix,
then
you end up in Houston, then you end up with us, and then, I think it was Toronto after that.
Yeah, we don't count after.
You've been a couple different places.
I was already out, man.
You've been a couple places. Tell us what was special about being with the Heat, and just go back to that.
Now, with the Heat, what was special to me was like we were really close as a team. We always hang out. We were like brothers. You had my back. I had, Tyler's back. Mm-hmm. Bam has. We were there to help each other. Yes. And not every team is like that, to be so close. And in the bubble, what I think was the most important thing, like we didn't with anybody else. Like we just hang out. We just hang out. Us, we went to practice. From practice to lunch, we didn't say hi to nobody. We were just.
So you gotta help me out, because I was too old. I wasn't in the bubble. So in the bubble, like opposing teams were hanging out. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, not us though.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, but they're just.
Yeah, you can see, like, from the window, we would play cards, and you see downstairs there were like two Clippers, like two Dallas guys. They were just hanging out together.
The guys would gamble together, play cards together, hang out together. Got a water park, go to the water park together.
Yeah, playing golf.
Golf together. Yeah, we went about that.
Yeah, we went
about that. Set the tone early.
We were in OG's room or Jimmy's room and just play cards and, just hang out or.
That had to be long, though,
Heat
man.
Gang, killer. Heat
That had to be long, though, sitting in that bubble doing that.
Yeah, it was a long
96 days.
Yeah,
96 days.
It was a long 3 months.
And we lost
3 months.
Yeah, and then lost the finals.
Yeah, that was.
But let's go back to that, because I don't think, if you understand, we weren't at full strength. How are you affected in that finals with, your injury?
Not even, yes, the finals the most, but even my.
I remember that.
My first, we play against Indy.
Yes.
So first game, second game, I was okay, and then I start to feel my heel. I thought there was a bruised heel, so I had a pain in my heel every morning that I woke up. I was like, oh my God, what is this? And then they told me that it's just a bruise, but then every game was worse and worse. I can feel like, like something is happening. So, but I didn't know what. And in the end, Brandon.
Yes. B.
They knew that I was plantar fasciitis, and then it was just was getting worse. So he told me there is like 10 or 15% of chance that he's gonna snap.
Oh.
So I said, okay, I'm good with that. It's like I got 75, 80%. That's I'm tough. I'm gonna go through it. And I was on the pills. Every game was harder and harder, but that was my life. Playoffs.
He said he was on the pills. That's so funny. Remember when we were back to the finals for 3 years in a row together.
Yeah.
I wasn't here the fourth year, but it was like the running joke in Miami was like before the game there'd be like 4 or 5 guys sitting there getting ready to take a shot.
Oh, yeah.
He says he's on the pills. That's what I thought about. We'd all just, all right, who's up next? Boom.
3 straight finals, a lot of basketball.
Oh,
3 straight finals, a lot of.
Yeah, we're so broke down.
But when I told you, when you asked me, because I had the same injury, and I told you, I was like, go ahead and pop that.
Yeah.
You better off just popping it. Because
Yeah.
I popped my plantar fasciitis. You better off just popping it and continue to deal with that pain that you're going to deal with. You pop that motherfucker.
You do your own surgery.
Yeah,
basically.
you go pop that motherfucker and do your own surgery. So obviously, fast forward, did it pop? I don't remember.
Yeah,
if
it did. Yeah,
It
the
did pop.
first. I only played 5 minutes of the first game of the finals.
Yeah.
And it popped. I remember the play. I was driving by Rondo, and I just heard like, and and I asked him, "Did you kick me?"
Yeah.
I was like, "What is going on?" And then I just started feeling like a golf ball, like swelling up under my.
Yeah.
I did that. I did it when I was playing for the Wizards the year I was playing there. Same thing. I was making a hard cut, and all you hear is.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, someone's shooting at me.
Yeah.
And I took the next step. I said, I was like,
Yeah,
I did
that
my
was-
calf. I tore my calf muscle. It was the same thing. It hurts.
You tear your calf muscle for a non-athletic guy. I tore a calf muscle for a non-athletic
Hey,
motherfucker.
You ain't gotta laugh. I know this is his show. You ain't gotta laugh when you be talking because you just
I'm
be talking.
just saying, Killer. I take
But
that
he
back.
was always on his tippy toes to shoot that. It's a lot of stress on the calf.
I'm talking. Killer was in the dunk contest, wasn't he, in the McDonald's All-American? And he was in the dunk
Yeah,
contest
yeah,
at Florida.
was.
Yeah, he was. I'm talking that. But Killer had some hop. He had some butt.
Hey, so talk about growing up playing basketball. The difference, like right now, European basketball is really, pressing what American basketball is, right? You see every draft, you're starting to see it. You came in before that was like the norm.
Yes.
Talk about growing up playing basketball over there and what you think the difference is because you live here now. What the difference is between that and Americanized basketball?
And not just European, Slovenia.
Yeah.
I know about stank ass France and all that. I've been there.
Yeah.
I know about Spain. I've been there.
Stank ass.
I know about all these places. I've been there.
I invite OG to come to Slovenia. He's like, "Do you guys have cars over there? You still got horses?"
Horse and buggy over there?
I also asked them, do they got weed? If they ain't got weed, I ain't going.
They do now.
They got weed, I ain't going if they ain't got no weed, Killer. That's not a vacation for me. That's too stressful. I stay here.
So talk about it though, for real.
Yeah, if I go back, it's a very different environment because we don't have like colleges for basketball. You go straight to the club. So
not the club that he used to go to. Like
not
the
the
club. You're talking
no,
about like
I'm
the
a basketball club.
basketball
Yeah.
They definitely got in that club. The pasties.
Yeah, you're right.
It's way different because when I was 14, 15, I was already playing with a grown man.
Pro.
With Luka's dad, for example.
How crazy is that? Luka's dad was your freaking mentor.
He was a captain of our team and the
Was he
best
nice?
player. He was nice, not nice like Luka, but
Yeah.
his same size, same shot, no handles though. But he was nice. And then when you're 15, 16 years old, you go with those guys. You travel around to different countries playing.
So mom and dad just let you go hang out with
Yeah.
29-year-old, 30-year-old men.
Yeah. I mean, it was already a job.
Yeah.
I was
Wow.
getting paid.
You was
at
getting paid that
15.
early?
What'd they pay you?
Yeah,
Just out of curiosity.
500 euros a month.
500 euros a
But
month.
that was first day that I got it. I was
Yeah.
gone.
How old were you?
I was 15.
500 euros a month. I'll take
15,
that back. 15.
And-
That's pair of Jordans.
but it's
Jordans.
Slovenian Jordans. Spell Slovenian Jordans.
All right, so 500.
500.
I ain't had no money for a 15-year-old, $500.
I know, OG, but hey, we got a coupons for the meals too, free food. That was the number one for me,
food.
Food. Oh my
food.
God. But yeah, you hanging out with the adults. You come to the locker room, they're butt-ass naked, smoking cigars and cigarettes. You're like, what is going on?
You're 14.
I'm 14. So. It's
14 making 500 euros a month.
So
but they did take care of us. Every time when we go on the road trip or something, we would go out with them to the clubs at 14 years old.
Wow.
They would take care of us. Oh, he's with us.
Sound like me.
Yeah, that sound like you.
That sound like me. I would definitely.
And when you're 14, 15, and you're playing against those guys, you have to be tough.
Yeah.
Because they're stronger, they're faster. But that's how I learned to be tough, because I lost my tooth, I broke 3 times my nose, got stitches, and that's just how I grew up.
So you start at 14, you're going through all this shit that you're talking about. So how old are you then when you get drafted by San Antonio and then traded to Phoenix?
I was 20. I was 20.
So you played 6 years over there like that.
Yes, I play 4 years in Slovenia. Then I signed with the Spain, Tau Keramika. So I moved to Spain when I was 18 by myself. At that team, I played with Pablo Prigioni, with Luis Scola.
Yeah, Scola. Okay.
Yeah, and Mirza Teletovic was there. The shooter he used to play. So I played there for 1 year, and then I come back to Slovenia. Because I signed with Union Olimpia, we play EuroLeague. And after that, I got drafted. The only workout that I did for a team was the Phoenix Suns, because I had the same agent that Steve Nash did, Bill Duffy, and that was the only team that I wanted to go there because of Steve. And then I got drafted and came to the States.
So talking about that though, from 14 to 20, obviously that's a life experience most American kids don't see.
Yeah.
What do you credit though? Like, what do you credit your guys' basketball keeps coming up, and there's been arguments on a bunch of podcasts everywhere. Like European basketball is getting there, right? Slovenia is getting there. Like all the stuff, it's becoming a global sport, obviously more and more. Like, what do you credit that to? Is that some of the stuff?
Yeah, I do. I credit this, and I credit because when you're young, they teach you more as a system to know how to play the system. They don't give so much attention about dribbling, about like athleticism, but it's more like when you at the young age they already put you in the system. You need to know how to play the system, to play the right way, and pick and roll, spacing, where to hit the guy, and I think so. That's the most fundamental, especially for those Europeans. And then when you come to the NBA, that's a different story, because you have to deal with athleticism and everything else. So,
was that the hardest adjustment? Was the speed and athleticism?
For me, the hardest thing was not athleticism. I always like to play fast, up tempo game. But I was not a good shooter when I was young.
Wow.
So because in Europe I could get to the hoop and I could finish over the guys easy. And then I came to the Phoenix Suns, first practice, Shaq was under the basket. So I would penetrate, and I thought I'm gonna, lay it up, block. I was like, okay, I need to change the game. So then I had floater, mid-range. When I come to the Heat 3-point line, so that was the hardest thing, just to kind of learn when to shoot, how to shoot, and
we wouldn't let that get a shot off when we played him. We would trap the out of Goran. He coming off that pick and roll, we would trap his ass. Get off there. You gonna make him get off that much. You won't get in the paint today, Jack.
It was funny. It was funny because when we played the Heat, oh my God, I was like, I already knew what they're gonna do, and I always call CB to the pick and roll. But he was a little bit slower, but as soon as OG got in, he strapped. My average against the team, the lowest is against the Heat.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
16 points.
That's his
every
low average. Get out of here. That's 16 points is his low against us. God damn.
No, but every team was higher. But against Miami Heat was always because of OG
put
trapping.
2 on the ball. Put 2 on the ball. He come off that pick and roll, getting downhill. We couldn't do. with Goran. You know what I'm saying? So we put 2 on the ball every time. I couldn't wait to trap his ass. I couldn't wait to trap his ass. Prize Picks is America's #1 fantasy sports app with more than 3 million members. It's the easiest and most exciting way to get in on the action while you watch your favorite sports and players. You just pick more or less on 2 or more of your player stats and watch all those winners roll in for you. Make sure y'all go out there and get in on the playoff action and win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks as you and the world's best players take the game to a new level during basketball postseason. Testing my skills on Prize Picks this basketball season is the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. If you have the skills, you can turn 10 into 1,000 with just a few taps. Man, Prize Picks is really simple to play. I can make my picks and submit my entry in less than 60 seconds. Y'all already know out there Prize Picks is the best way to get in on the sports action in more than 30 states across the country, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Make sure you go download the app today and use code OGs for first deposit match up to $100. That's code OGs for first deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's just that easy.
Hey, so going back to it though, because I'm intrigued by this.
Me too.
I'm intrigued because it's something that we don't know anything about. You play with Luka's dad. So you said before we even got on the show that you saw Luka at 2 years old. He's come around. So you know him too.
Yeah, he was like 3, 2. He would come and watch. You know, he would be at practices. His mom would bring him or his dad, and then when he was older, like 8, 7, he would be a ball boy or come watch the game. So here you can see, you know, we were a champion.
Yes.
And Luka is right there.
Yes.
You know, every picture is Luka in the green jersey. That's him.
That's Luka?
That's Luka, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, you're right there.
So
Question.
it's crazy how, and even back then when he would play, I don't know, he was 10, 11. You know, he was so dominant. Even then, he would score like 40, 50, 60 points. It's crazy.
So
he was already a hooper. You know, he was a baller, man.
He's him.
Yes, he
is him. Did you know? Did you know he was gonna be that dude when he got over here? Did you know? Did you see it?
I know. You know when I know 2017 when we had a training camp for our national team 2 months before Eurobasket, and he was 17, and just watching him at practice, oh my God, he would make some passes that I don't even know how he was doing that, and his IQ was so good at 17. Is like I knew it. The only thing I kind of questioned a little bit was his speed and everything for the NBA. But you know, now
they haven't all speed him up since he got in the league.
Yeah. Nobody
speeds him up. Can he win? Because I love his game. But can he win it?
I think so. He can win. He just need to change a little bit. Maybe trust more his teammates. I'm not saying because he do pass the ball. But just get off the ball a little bit more.
Yeah.
And because of, you know, if you have the ball so much in your hand, you get tired.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then it's a long season, and even in the playoffs, you know, I think so that's too much.
I'm very intrigued this go around with this Dallas Mavericks team, because Luka's always had King Kong balls. Playoff basketball, he's been elite, right? And obviously being through playoff experiences like we have, like your star guys can win you 3-4 games, which wins you a series. They have 2 of those dudes now that can do it. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out with Kyrie and him, because Kyrie can go win you 2 games, and Luka can win you 2 games. They can win you a series. So it's like, now it's weird watching though. If you watch Dallas play, and I know you guys are all watching it, like they're really just running 2 at those guys all the time and making other players beat them. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out with PJ Washington, who's been playing great since he's been over there. Yep. Yeah, they've been playing. So Dante Exum's playing great. So that team's going to be interesting, man, because it's like those 2 dudes are dudes now.
No, they're dudes. They're dudes.
And you can see the difference from last year. I feel like Luka is giving the ball more to Kyrie. So and then you know how always post said, like stars gonna win you 2 or 3 games, but then one game the role player is gonna be
they got to
gonna be open, and they're gonna have to make shots, and
they got to step up.
Yeah.
What do you think about the current Heat team? Now we're talking current basketball right now. What do you think of the current Heat team?
I mean, you know, with the Heat they're always gonna play tough. I mean, you know, they always in the mix. I really do. You know, Spo is a great coach, a lot of experience. Bam is already a leader. You got Jimmy. Tyler is healthy now, just came back.
Yeah.
You know, then you have our role players that you know, they know what they need to do. I think so. Who is now the voice in the locker room? Probably K-Love or.
Yeah, K-Love. I mean, you know,
K-Love.
we preach leadership at all levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody got to say something. Preach leadership at all levels. Somebody better say something in this.
Oh, you need to go back just before the game, like the 30 minutes before the toss-up. You just have a speech for them.
Every now and then I am. I'm there in the morning for practices and stuff like that. Sometimes I show up for the games, but that's family time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's family time. My kids got baseball and everything like that. Yeah. But I do have a question for you because you explained the history of your country. I didn't understand the history of the split and everything. I'm just telling you, I went to school for basketball, ladies and gentlemen. I did not go to school for. I did not go to school with geography. What they call it map geography. I did not go to school for that. I might watch a little Animal Planet, but I don't pay attention. So explain the split because you explained the history of your country, and I didn't understand it until you explained it.
The country before was Yugoslavia.
Yes.
So
did you know this?
Yeah.
Shit, my bad. I guess I'm not. Go ahead, Kobe. My bad, but I tell you.
So was Yugoslavia. You have what 5 or 6 countries. So it was Slovenia. Now it's Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, Serbia, Montenegro, and Macedonia. 6 countries.
Okay.
And you know, and so the war was when the was 91. We split. So all these countries split, and then you know, back in the day, imagine the national team. You had Dražan Petrović, Kukoc, Dino Radja, Vlade Divac. You know, even now, if we would still exist, the same country, you would have Luka, Jokic, Vucevic, Bogdanovic, Bojan Bogdanovic, Marjanovic. You know. That would be.
You can say it.
They'd be loaded. Loaded.
We can play against you guys. You know?
Good to watch. That'd be great to watch.
That will be fun.
Yeah, but it was. You know, we have a lot of pride in basketball, especially that region.
Yes.
Number 1 sport is basketball. So
not even close.
Soccer is second. Yeah.
Because you said you grew up playing soccer first.
Soccer,
right?
yeah. I grew up playing soccer until 11. Then I had a leg injury. And I stopped playing, and one of my best friends was playing basketball, and he asked me if I want to go and watch practice. So I went, I was sitting on the bleachers, and they had 9 guys. And coach is like, hey, you up there, we need one more guy. Can you come down and play? I said, yeah, why not? And that's how I started playing basketball.
All you kids at home.
And the Dragon was born.
Listen, all you kids at home, you heard this? So, just stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. They literally just showed it to a practice and they needed an extra one. This motherfucker went into the league. And now he's one of the greatest players to ever come out of this country.
And the Dragon was born.
It's crazy. So, because I'm not mistaken, is your country the smallest?
Now it's the smallest. We only have 2 million people.
And now that's why.
The whole country.
The whole country.
Yeah.
So at one point we had 8 NBA players.
And out of 2 million people.
Yeah. So was Rasho Nesterovic.
Rasho was good too, man.
Rasho is my godfather to my kids.
Really?
He's here now.
God, he was good too.
Yeah. So Rasho, Primož Brezec, then was Beno Udrih, Sasha Vujacic,
Sasha Vujacic.
Then was me and Ura Slokar. I don't know if you guys know him. He played for Toronto 1 year, and
that's crazy.
So
though.
So 6, 7 players.
7 players.
And that's why when you guys were able to win in the Olympics and you became a champion, and you were the leader of that team. That's why it was so big for your country at that time. You just tap into how big that was for your country and how historical that was.
That was huge because in the past we had a lot of good players.
For the people, for me too. What year was this?
2017.
2017.
Yeah, I was with the Heat, and you know, I play 15 years in NBA. So probably out of 15, 14 years, I always play for my national team. So no summers off.
I was gonna say, explain that to people because as you go through it, they don't understand. Like you play a grueling NBA schedule.
Yeah.
And then the national team is every summer?
Every summer, yeah.
And practice is not like, it's not
it's like 2 months.
Yeah,
right. You ain't getting no younger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Explain
we ain't getting younger.
But, so let's say we finish playoffs around what? End of May or June.
May, June.
Then I would get back home and I would take off like 2 or 3 weeks. And then I'm back with the national team. So then the national team is preparing for, let's say, for European Championship or for World Championship, or you have qualification games for Olympics or something. So every summer we had something. And what was really good for me, because I was always in shape.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't take off like 2 months or 3 months. I was always playing.
Yeah.
And, you know, the only bad thing was probably, you know, that take a lot of toll on my body.
Yeah.
Yes.
Down the stretch of my career, but it was fun, man. It was
So
fun.
2017, then Luka had to be young.
He was 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was his first year with the national
Yeah.
team. So I took him under my wings. He was in my room. I was his, you know, his mentor and everything.
You were his OG.
Yes, OG, like
Yeah.
OG,
Yeah.
yeah. And because before this European Championship, I said that this is my last competition for my country.
Wow.
So, and then we won gold medal. Yeah, it was crazy.
Got a chance to land his own
Yeah.
plane.
That's right.
But I do believe, like, in higher powers, if I can say that,
Yeah.
because my grandpa passed away 5 days before European Championship. I already know that
Yeah.
because he was in bad condition.
Yeah.
And I remember I went to hospital to visit him, and he asked me what we have, and I told him, yeah, I'm gonna play for national. He said, please win a medal for me.
That's awesome.
So I really believe, like, you know, when that happened, man, I was playing off my mind, you know, for him, and it was crazy. But yeah.
Wow.
So that was the only gold medal for our country
That's dope.
in team sports. Gold medal.
That's dope.
Yeah. So
That's dope.
Well, it's hard. 2 million people. You ain't gotta.
yeah, imagine you play
That's what I'm
against
saying.
Greece, against
Yeah.
Spain, against Germany, against Serbia, against France. You know, those are all good teams.
Y'all
It's-
damn sure wasn't the favorites.
No, oh no.
Y'all damn sure wasn't the favorites.
that would be like, okay, let's say March Madness.
Yeah.
I don't know. The last team,
Yeah, like a small,
Yeah.
a
small
school,
college
yeah, small
to
college.
win an NCAA tournament.
Like Oakland beating Kentucky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
right.
Yeah, literally.
So you talked about it though a little bit about even Joker, like Nikola Jokic. Can a foreign player be the face of the NBA? Will it be? Will it be? Because it can be.
You
Will it?
can
Hell
be, but
yeah,
I don't
Wemby.
think.
Well,
I need to. I believe you need to have two things. You have to win. You have to be MVP, but then you have to be good for the marketing.
Yeah,
And I don't know if Jokic has that.
yeah.
Great point.
Like
He's
Luka.
already got two of them.
No, he's definitely MVP.
Yeah, he won
you know.
championship. Yeah.
Yeah, but now the face probably has to have everything.
And let's be honest, Joker don't give a shit about.
That was
being-
just
No,
gonna say,
no,
you have
he-
to want
yeah,
that
he don't want that
responsibility.
shit.
Joker
He don't
don't
want
want
that.
that
He don't want that
responsibility.
He
shit.
only
He
wants
He
to
want to
ride
win.
horses. Yeah.
He want to
And go
win
home and
and
dance with and
Yeah.
chill with his
and
horses.
ride horses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
I ain't
That's-
mad at him. Sometimes it's just beauty and simplicity, killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go ahead and come over here. This is a job for me. I bring
Yeah.
my ass to the United States, do my job, and take my ass home.
Yes. Now, if Luka wins,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Wemby's coming, but if Luka wins, I mean, gosh damn, he
I
got
mean,
all that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The way they playing the game of basketball right now, I don't know if anybody's playing better. Right now to finish out the season, because we all know this. It's about getting hot at the right time.
But let me ask
if
you
you get
this,
hot at
OG.
the right time, you can run this off. You can run the table. They hot right now.
You're always saying that if you want to win championship, you need to have a defense too.
This is true. I think
So,
they got better. I think
This does go away from him. by the
no.
way.
I think they got better during the trade deadline.
Yeah, I agree.
When they went and got
Gafford.
PJ and they
Yeah.
got Gafford,
Yeah.
because now we also understand
D
that the
Jones,
NBA game.
D Jones, they got
D
D
Jones,
Jones.
Yeah.
which is the NBA game is 80 pick and rolls, 90 pick and rolls a night. Now you got some guys that can be switchable matchups on pick and rolls and take you out a lot of triggers. You can switch PJ on the perimeter guy.
Yeah.
You can switch Gafford on the perimeter guy. Those guys can switch. So now you're taking away a lot of triggers defensively, flatten out the defense, flatten out the offense, and then just make guys take bad shots. So I understand what they did. Does the defensive philosophy kick in mentally for those guys? I don't know. That's just something you got to work on every day to work those habits. But I understand what they have with the five guys and the trades that they made and what they can do to change their game defensively and philosophy-wise. I do get that. Now they got to buy in. That's a whole other thing.
But the West is tough, man. It's a lot.
Who you got coming out of the West?
I mean, Denver, definitely Denver. I mean, he's gonna be. Then Minnesota looks good, but the only thing they're young. You know, I don't know in playoffs, but I do like to watch them.
You don't think Rudy's gonna be able to play in the playoffs?
He's not? I mean,
I ain't gonna say he ain't gonna be able to play in the whole playoffs, depending on what series.
Matchup, yeah, exactly.
Some series
yeah.
might not. You just like how we have for the Miami Heat. You got to understand in the playoffs, this matchup might not be for you, Killer.
So you think they switch it up?
Depending on who they playing. Yeah. They also have they have Nas Reed.
Because I don't know if we've ever seen that though. I don't think you've ever seen a guy who makes $45 million a year not playing the playoffs because of matchup.
Oh no, this won't be the first time. I think if we look back, there's been times where I'm not saying you take him out of the lineup, but he's only going to play limited minutes. You got to monitor his minutes.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. It happens with role players more than.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I watch.
I mean, if he wins Defensive Player of the Year and doesn't play in the playoffs, that'd be shocking.
Listen. You want to win?
No. I understand the glasses are coming off, and I get all that. I get all that. Okay. So, but I'm saying if your Defensive Player of the Year does not play in a series, that means he's not the Defensive Player of the Year, in my opinion.
I've sat in locker rooms on the other side, and I understand when you play against a guy who's as dominant in the paint and rim protecting, just like he is, how that can be a liability in certain situations in the playoffs. Right now, we're playing a game where guys are shooting threes 1 through 5.
Yeah,
we got a 5-man that really doesn't leave the paint.
You have to understand. I don't disagree with you. What I'm saying is, to me, it'll be interesting to see if Finch goes into a playoff series and sits a guy who's defensive. I'm not saying it's not the right move.
What do you think they paid Nas Reed for? They smart.
I understand that. No, Nas Reed's going to play in his rotation.
They got him for a bag of chips and a soda.
But if you watch Minnesota this year, which I know you do. They play 7-8 dudes, and Rudy plays a ton of minutes for a big.
Okay, Cat's going to be back.
I understand it. What I'm saying, though, is so you're going to have some huge balls if you're Finch now to go in that series and say, okay, I'm not playing this dude.
I didn't say not play him. You don't just take him and just throw the ball to
the
Wolves.
If you're playing 12 minutes, that's not playing him. That means you're basically giving him 6 in the first and 6 in the
second. Then he's gonna start complaining.
100%.
Well, he got to get out of here then.
Yeah. Oh, I'm saying this. Bro. I'm with you. I'm not saying you're wrong.
There's gonna be a series in the playoffs.
It's gonna take. To me, that'd be a real established coach. It has to be an established coach that believes in himself, that can say, I'm not going to play potentially a Defensive Player of the Year in this series, because if you lose that series. Woo.
What about you
guys
think
if they
about
lose the series? Trust me, I'm gonna be honest. If they lose the series, ain't nobody gonna be saying because Rudy ain't play.
You don't think so?
Hell no.
Okay.
OKC. What about OKC?
I love OKC.
I love OKC too. And once again, this is not saying that I don't like what Rudy Gobert does.
No, I know you're not.
I understand what he is and what he does and what he is. He is elite at it.
The reality is
the way the game has changed.
What you're saying has a lot of merit to it. It's true. There's going to be scenarios and matchups in this playoffs. Yes. That's why I think it's going to be interesting. Is are you going to change who you are? I used to say it all the time, even with those Phoenix teams. We used to change who we were when we played the Phoenix Suns because they played Sean Marion and Amari Stoudemire at the 4 and the 5. But it was crazy to me. I always said it so you mean to tell me that we're going to play 47 straight games this way, and then we go to play the Phoenix Suns and we're going to change it? They're going to beat us that way anyways.
I mean, we was able to do it. When we got in, and then we switched certain matchups. When it came to Indiana, it was like, okay, Shane, this not your matchup. This UD matchup. No, the series before that, I didn't play much.
That's not to me, those role situations are 100% different. I'm with you on that. Yeah. But you're talking about this could be potentially Defensive Player of the Year. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's going to be interesting to see if he shelves some. It would be very interesting to see.
You want to win?
I agree. That's the goal.
It's not a knock on Rudy Gobert, but I think everybody got to understand this just might not be the series.
But you've had the number one defense.
Next series,
you've had the number one defensive in the league basically all year. Well, we just talked about defense wins championship. Anthony Edwards is an absolute
animal.
All right. Cat obviously can shoot the cover off the ball, spreads the floor. It's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be a good storyline.
But what you got to understand is he's won Defensive Player of the Year before in the past, and they haven't had the number one defense. So I think that them having the number one defense doesn't have to do with Rudy Gobert. It has to do with Ant. And I think it's the mentality that he's infused into that locker room, into those guys, because they've had him at Defensive Player of the Year before, and they wasn't tops in the league in defense. They were dog in defense. So now you're tops in the league in defense, and you still got your Defensive Player of the Year. What has changed? I think it's the leadership.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
Sorry,
I just think it's gonna be interesting.
No.
So who you got coming out of the West? Because me and him will do this.
Denver, and I like OKC. OKC is young, long. I mean, Alexander is playing. I think so. He can be MVP this year.
So for instance, great point. If you're playing Denver, Rudy's in the lineup. He's starting. He's going to get 35, 40 minutes. Okay, if you're playing OKC and Chet, he might not get as many minutes. This might be a Nas Reed matchup.
So
No, I don't disagree.
You see what I'm saying?
Believe me, you guys, we're talking the same language. It's just gonna be interesting to see if he does it.
So why are you asking rhetorical questions?
I want to hear.
You know the answer.
I want to hear your take.
You know where he should be.
I don't know if Finch will be. I don't think Finch will take him out of the lineup. I really don't.
You know Fish like that?
Yeah.
Give me his number. I call him.
No, I'm just saying, like, you'll have a lot of explaining.
This is not a knock on Rudy. I'm just saying this is how this game goes now.
Coach, I get it, but it's like, okay, cool. You guys do that, right? You guys play OKC and it's Chet. You go in that Chet matchup and you make a switch and Naz Reid, who I really, really like. And Chet goes and has unbelievable games. So now you just went and changed your defense for no reason then. You changed your whole rotation for no reason.
Trust me. If you lose against OKC, it ain't going to be because of Chet.
It could be if you're talking about matchups.
At the end of the day, the stars are going to do their jobs. You're just trying to do as much damage control as possible by putting in a good system. Like I say, and I always tell guys, don't fail the system, let the system fail you.
So that goes to show then you're basically changing your system because you're taking Rudy out. Okay, what if you say
Rudy's been hurt this year?
I know, but let me say this, right? So you say that it's not going to be Chet that wins the series for you. Why not run SGA to Rudy Gobert every time you let Chet beat you then?
Run SGA?
Force everything, funnel everything SGA to Rudy Gobert. Just funnel it right to Rudy Gobert. Like, I'll be honest, when I watch those two guys play, Rudy and Karl Anthony Towns, and you add Jaden McDaniels in there, their length and size is
he's a good
so
defender.
If you think SGA is going to win your series, funnel him to those length. Because once you take that length out,
man, the man averaging.
I'm just being devil's advocate. I don't disagree with what you're saying.
The man averaging 30 plus. You don't think people tried to funnel him?
Yeah, but I'd like to see what he does.
He's going to get to his spots.
He's a.
Don't get to his spots.
He's unbelievable. But I'm saying there's a different when it's Rudy down there now.
You know, if like when
what
I
would
played,
you say, Goran? What would you say?
When I played against Utah and Rudy was, oh my God, I was like, pick and roll because I love playing in drop coverage and this, was a floater, or was a layup mid range, or was a lob to Bam.
Yeah.
And then in offense, he's not gonna give you only lob.
Yeah.
But defense.
Only
change.
I feel like in certain matchups, you got to say, hey, this might not be your series.
I don't disagree with you. I just like to have the banter with you. I like you fire it up.
I get it.
Let's say, for example, put Milwaukee versus Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With Brook Lopez.
Yeah.
He's always outside on the
Brook
three.
Lopez is actually the spread guy. It ain't.
Yeah,
it
he's
ain't
not
Giannis.
even a center.
They use Brook Lopez for the spacing.
Yeah.
So now
it makes valid points. It's great to see. It's just I'm telling you, it's gonna be interesting to see if you have the number one defense all year if you change it.
Yeah, number one defense in the season.
Playoffs
is two different things.
I'm just asking the question.
Playoffs is two different things.
Why are you going to be asking the question?
You guys have beef or something.
Playoffs is two different things. Okay, we gotta go.
This has been 30 years.
It's the truth, though.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
And guess what? There's going to be some series where Rudy might win you that series, but every series ain't going to be a Rudy series.
No. I'm with you. I just like to hear it. The East. Who you get out of the East?
East. Boston looks good. Then I'm going to take Miami. Miami and I don't know about Milwaukee. They're too up and down and changing of coach, and Giannis got hurt now. I do like Dame in that.
Yeah.
Dame is.
What
about New York? What
They're
do
in
you
four
guys
right
think?
now.
They're four
right
now. I think Orlando beats them first round. How about that?
I think Brunson's really, really good.
He's unbelievable.
I think he's really good.
He's really good.
I think they need Randall back.
Yeah, he's not playing.
For this
but
playoff.
he's done.
Yeah, he's not. He's out for the season with the surgery. I think they would need Randall back.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of with Mike. I think Orlando can take that one.
Mm-hmm.
I like what they've done defensively.
Yeah.
Once again, we talk about the game being 80 pick and rolls. You have length. You have athleticism. You don't want neither one of them matchups when you run a pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? All those guys are going to switch on to you. They're going to guard their yard. So I love what Mosley's doing over there. For me, it was just understanding their spacing and what everybody's role is offensively and being consistent with that. But as far as getting into a playoff series, I do think they could get the Knicks.
I do too. I'll be honest. It's going to come down to it's going to come because I watch every Orlando Magic game. It's going to come down to Tibbs showing bodies and making shots for Orlando.
And if they can get OG back, now that helps a lot.
But you know how this is going to be. Tibbs is going to cloud everything up. Orlando hasn't shot it great all year. Make shots. Your young team, like that'd be my biggest thing is you're gonna have to find ways to get easy stuff for Paolo.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have to find ways to open it up because he's gonna pass of it, but if it's always passing, we're not making threes, it's going to be tough. We're going to have to make shots.
Stay out that Mac truck lane, run wide.
Stay
out that Mac truck lane, run wide and get space. Yeah, stay out that Mac truck lane, run wide and get space. That's how that works. You feel me?
Let me ask, let's go to some fan questions real quick, because everybody was been
Before
asking.
fan questions, I got one thing.
Okay.
You said you like Dame. You remember that time we went out in Portland?
Oh. Come on. Don't bring that out here, OG.
I got to bring it up.
What happened? Now I got to know.
Oh, my God.
We in Portland. We got a day off. It's my bright idea. Hey, let's find us a club in Portland and go have some drinks.
Oh, jeez. Of course it's your idea. Of course.
We're in lobby, OG. Let's go, G. I said, okay.
Yeah, G, let's go, man. Let's go find a club, man.
I don't
nice
go out
place.
much.
Team player.
Sit down, have some drinks, chill out, relax. I think we had maybe lost a couple games. We were just trying
Probably,
we were just trying to boost the morale up.
What happened, OG? We got in.
Portland, y'all gotta do better. Portland, y'all gotta do better.
OG was saying, man, everybody's on in this bitch, man.
Everybody look like they do in this. Where we? What the we looking at here? Like this is insane. It's like a episode of Night of the Walking Dead in that book. I was like, hey man, listen. You know what? Let's just find a bar for some drinks. You know, we ain't even looking for that no more. Let's just find somewhere to have some drinks.
OG, we were there like 2 minutes.
Man,
not
it
even
was
there.
bad. It was bad. We walked in that motherfucker. I done been to the slums, but even I was like, oh, I'm too good for this place. Even I was like, ew. Hey, boy, y'all gotta do better. God damn, boy, y'all let me and Gogi first time going out to get drinks at the club, man. Damn.
I remember we went in Cleveland. You remember we went to casino? So I don't gamble. In this. Even on the plane, OG's always playing cards. I'm like watching a movie. I watch how they
Cleveland. That's Potawatomi.
So
owe me some money.
OG and DH was DH with us.
Yes,
DH was with us, and OG, let's go to the casino. I said, okay, why not? Let's go. I mean, this guy plays blackjack.
Yes.
Quick, like 7K or was like 15K.
Yeah.
Like, we out, man. I was like, oh my God.
He can't help but make money.
Did I win or did I lose?
No, you win.
Okay, I can't remember.
You can't.
Listen,
your whole life.
Let me tell you something. You know how I learned? And it's not racist. Asian people. If you walk in a casino and see an Asian person sit next to that, he know how to play. She know how to play. And they gonna damn your ass if you wrong. They will cuss at you in their language and let you know you up the table.
How they cuss at you?
Hey, that I don't know what they be saying, but they gonna let you know you up. So literally when I first started playing blackjack or dice or any game, when I first walked the casino, you sit next to the Asian person. They're gonna have all the design on. Sachi, Fendi, Gucci, all that dressed to the nine. They know how to gamble. So I learned how to gamble sitting next to Asian people, bro. And I got good at it too. I'm pretty good at blackjack. It got to the point where I had to step away from that because that could have been another job. That definitely been another job, bro. I get it in with that blackjack killer.
Yeah, I remember. OG was up. He won some money. I think DH.
Yeah. Bad luck, janky ass DH.
He lose everything.
You know, that's just mush. He's just mush at the table. We ain't never won at the same time. Either I'm winning or he winning. We can't never win together.
You remember in the bubble we were seeing when he warmed up?
Out there jogging. This out here jogging around the goddamn bubble. He our team security. I'm like, ain't nobody to fight here. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. I think we all safe. It's only us. Ain't nothing going on out here.
Well, Dragon, here at the OGs, we're the man of the people. So we're gonna ask these questions from the people, okay?
Yeah.
First one, best Dwyane memory from being his teammate.
Oh, I would say
you got his shirt on, repping right now.
Yeah. D-Wade. I would say the playoffs. I remember which year, but in Charlotte, when the guy was on the sideline in the pink shirt, he was like yapping at D-Wade like da-da-da-da. And D-Wade went bananas. Like I don't know. He scored like what?
I don't know. Fried that like chicken. And we're talking to him the whole time.
Every time he scored, he would go back to him and like.
You and D-Wade have a similarity. It's a similar character trait that I don't possess. When they get mad, they play better.
I curse in my language.
Yeah, but you play better. It's tooth knocked out? Was it Atlanta?
Atlanta and Detroit. Detroit, when I got it, then I throw it to the ref. You remember?
He threw his
threw
tooth.
it to the
This
ref?
motherfucker threw his tooth at the ref. That's when I said, I like this. I was like, I like this.
I was
This
dribbling.
motherfucker's a goon.
I was dribbling, and the guy hit me with his elbow. I'm like, oh, God damn it. So I spit the tooth in my hand, and I showed the ref, call a foul, and throw the tooth.
Threw his tooth at the ref. That's what I was like. I was like 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. I'm with this motherfucker. I'm with this motherfucker. And kept playing. Nowadays, you lose a tooth, you out 17 months. You can cuss.
17.
You know what was the crazy thing? When I was playing with the Suns, Steve Nash was a playoff, and he got hit against San Antonio. He got hit in the nose, and the nose was like crooked.
Yeah.
Bro, he just did this. Middle of the game, didn't even go out, or he just readjusted his nose by himself and keep playing.
Nowadays, you got a mask.
That's perfect, because the next question is, what was it like being mentored by Steve Nash?
Oh, it was
a great question.
It was good.
He said Steve Nash, but he got Nash. No, it's just, I think Steve Nash.
No, it was great. Steve, he was always first at the practice. I would sit next to him on the plane, next to him at the locker room, and he would just give me a great pointer, especially the pick and roll, that Steve Nash pick and roll when you loop around the paint, keep the dribble. That was one of the, that kind of opened everything for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
When I was playing pick and roll, because I had one problem when I came to the NBA. I play pick and roll, and then I always kill the dribble.
Yeah.
And then he would give me this.
Yeah.
Like, no, just keep the dribble alive, go through the paint, and that was huge. And just, to have him around, he's such a good guy, would help me a lot. And 2010 when we played conference finals versus Lakers, I really thought we were gonna make the finals, but on the other side was Kobe.
Yeah.
Oh my God, was
something else.
That Black Mamba was
He was something else.
we would put literally 4 guys on him, and he would not even pass the ball because he know that the other team, they would not make the shot. He would just shoot over the guys and make everything. It was unbelievable.
Next question. What was your welcome to the Heat culture moment?
I got traded during the middle of the season, and I don't remember really well that, I didn't play well at the beginning. I was struggling, new system, new teammates. And I remember off-season, after the season, Pat called me in his office. And I sit down, and he looked dead into my eyes, and he's like, son, you need to be better. We didn't pay you for this. Damn. So I was like that, bro. So,
Damn,
no, I'm serious. So I was like, God damn, I just got here. He was like, no, I want you to think about this the whole summer. And I literally had this in my mind every practice.
That's Pat's a gangster, boy. I tell you.
So next year I came back, I was hooping, but and then what else? Oh my God, I remember training camp, Boca Raton.
That's what I thought she was going to
I
bring
make
up.
one mistake. You know what was my mistake? I didn't have my car, and Birdman like, oh, you wanna ride to training camp?
Yeah, you don't want to ride with Bird.
I almost died.
You don't want to ride with Bird.
He ran through 5 red lights on purpose. I was like, God damn.
You don't want to ride with Bird.
I was already sending a text message to my ex-wife and the kids like,
I love you.
Yeah, you don't want to ride with Bird.
No,
No.
Birdman had that big
That
big
Hellcat.
Yes.
He had that Hellcat. That boy was fast as
And he would, you know what he would do? He would step on it, go through the red light, he would start yelling, ah! So I'm like sitting in the car, what the is going on?
I love Birdman, boy. That's my favorite.
I'm telling you, man, me and Bird supposed to listen. WrestleMania, y'all call us.
That would be.
I see y'all call Travis Kelce. Y'all call me. We already got our name and all. The Bash Brothers. We ready.
Hold on a second though. What did Coach Riley say to you in the office? You gotta be better.
He said, hey, we didn't pay for that.
God damn, Pat. That's crazy.
But look, for me, it worked. Like, because,
Listen, let me tell you something. I just got one Pat story. I don't know if I told this story before. Pat lined us up on the wall,
Oh, my God.
and we wasn't winning. And after he gave his speech, and he said, if anybody got, this was a long time ago, this is before you got here. He said, if anybody got a problem, you come to my office as soon as I finish. As soon as Pat finished talking, Michael Doliak, love Doliak, shout out Dolly. Dolly got up and walked straight to the office to holler at Pat. Dolly get downstairs 5 minutes later. I say, what'd he tell you, Dolly? Dolly said, he told me to get the fuck out of his office.
That sounds about right.
I said, what'd he say to you, Dolly? You wouldn't tell me to get the fuck out of his office.
Next question.
Oh, the one more thing.
Oh, go ahead. Yes.
The other thing was we had those tests, 10
Conditioning tests.
conditioning tests.
Oh.
So I remember CB, D-Wade, Dual Dang, OG. I don't know who brought those.
D-Wade brought them stank-ass masks.
Oh, my God. Those masks?
Stank-ass masks, man. You remember the masks that you put on? They cut down the oxygen.
The oxygen.
So
we
you
had
wear
to
it
run
so
with
it
those
intensifies your workout?
I
Oh,
passed
man.
out on them. But you know
That
what happened in the end?
made me lose a lung.
No, CB took the mask off. He didn't have those filters in.
Oh, CB cheated the game.
He was cheating, man. I had
I damn near lost a lung. I was like, nah, I ain't doing it ever again.
That sounds terrible.
Hey, I don't need that much. This ain't motherfucking Navy SEALs. This ain't Navy SEALs up in this. It was damn near died.
That was.
I was lightheaded and
Last question. Let's see which one I want to pull here. What's your thoughts on Duncan Robinson's development? What was it like being his mentor?
Oh, he was good, great, man. He work out every practice, after practice. We would have those
yes.
how you call it,
The
pre-practices.
Oh, the pre-practices.
Pre-practices, he would be there. But Duncan, oh my God, he always can shoot the ball.
Yeah.
The only problem that he has was his confidence.
Yes.
Confidence.
Yes.
As soon as he got his confidence, oh my God, it was so easy to play with him, especially him and Bam. They really connected. Bam, handoff, dunk. He opened up everything for us.
Yes.
Spacing, for me, it was easy because I had the whole lane open.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I can operate and everything. And he was just shy.
Yeah.
Shy, quiet, like me. I mean, I was the same thing. For me, the toughest thing was my accent. OG was always make fun of my accent, so I was like, that I'm not talking.
Yeah. He made fun of
Hey, why don't you tell him what your favorite show is, what you used to like watch with Cookie?
Oh, what was the name with Cookie? Was oh my God, the singing.
The show with Cookie.
The show with the Cookie with
God damn it. Huh?
Empire.
This motherfucker loved Empire.
I was in love with Cookie.
He loved Empire, bro. He loved Cookie. I love Cookie. Cookie.
How do you say it?
Cookie. She's amazing. Cookie. She's amazing. I was like, what the fuck? Empire. I was like, oh, Cookie, you watch Empire?
Yeah, that was my show, man.
He loves some Empire, bro.
That was Cookie. Huh?
Yeah.
Hey, we got the Prize Picks segment coming up. We got every time we do Prize Picks, free money on
my
Prize Picks.
God.
UD wins free money everywhere he goes, especially on
Giving
Prize
out
Picks.
money.
They
Love
just
that
hand
money.
it out. They hand it out.
Love that money. Top 5.
But today's, go ahead.
Top 5 international players of all time.
Ooh,
It'd be
tough
easy
one.
to
Of
say
all
right
time.
now. It's easy to say
Yeah.
right now. We understand Joker is him, Luka is him. Top 5.
All time.
All
Good luck with this one, dog. I'm gonna sit
So,
back and
This is a
listen.
tough one.
so I can put those guys in, or
yeah.
they
You
have
can
to
put those
finish the
guys in.
career
No,
and then.
listen. Let me tell you something. They are. I don't know the history of all international players.
No,
but them two
Jokic and Luka
motherfuckers-
up there.
Yeah, them two.
Because those numbers that they are producing
Yeah,
is
they
is
Himothy's.
out of this
Yeah, they're
world.
2K
sure.
numbers.
So then I'm gonna put one guy in, Dražan Petrović.
Oof.
Man, he was amazing. Then Dirk Nowitzki as a 4.
Yeah.
Bad motherfucker.
Oh my God! Then you got, okay, I'm going 5. I have to go with Paul Gasol. I mean, and
Bad
then
motherfucker.
you have Peja Stojakovic. He was my favorite.
Oh.
Bad boy.
Then you got Schrempf.
Yep.
Detlef Shrimp. Bad
Yeah.
boy.
Here is Tony Parker.
Bad boy. Tony
God
Kukoc.
damn, man. Tony Kukoc.
Oh.
It's a lot of guys.
So hold on, let's go back to it. So you got.
So let's start with the point guard.
All right.
Okay, let's do a point guard.
Do a starting 5.
Yeah.
Can you do a starting
Yeah,
5?
yeah.
Is that easy?
Let's do Tony Parker.
Over Luka, huh?
Tough.
No, I put Luka as 2 guard.
Oh, you shoot. Okay.
Tony Parker led. Remember the Tony Parker led the league in paint points
In paint point, yeah.
as a point guard, which is unheard of. He still had centers in the league, Shaq and these guys, and we had a point guard that led the league in paint points.
You couldn't keep him out of the paint.
Yeah. And you know what he had? He didn't have like a 2-step. He had like a quick layup. It's crazy. So Tony, let's put Luka, 3. Tony Kukoc, 4 Dirk, and 5 Pau Gasol.
Over Joker.
Damn,
I played with both of them. I played with Mark, Kyle, and Joker.
Tough.
That's tough, man.
That's
tough, man.
That goddamn Joker, man.
Yeah, but if I put Joker, I put Joker as a 5 and then as a 4, it's between Pau and Dirk. That's what I'm saying.
But you can't take Dirk out.
Yeah, Dirk has to be then in front of Pau. And then 3, let's say Tony, that's going to be a lot of length. That's good. Luka, 2, and then Tony, 1. Yeah, let's do it.
That's your final answer.
That's a squad.
That's
a stick.
That's unbelievable.
For sure.
It's hard, though, because Pau was a too.
Man.
I called him the meal ticket.
The meal?
Yeah, I called him the meal ticket because whenever he ate, the rest of us ate for free.
It's crazy.
Whenever he came to hoop.
Like
man, when he was a rookie in Memphis, he was...
I had no idea when I got traded there how good he was because he was still young. And then I got there, I'm like, holy.
You know, we always, every big tournament with national team, we would always have Spain in our group.
Yeah.
And nobody could guard Pau because we didn't have big guys. And, you know, he was just so dominant and so crafty and skilled. He was so skilled.
Yeah, he's definitely skilled.
It's crazy.
Skilled.
And that was, but, you know, I do believe the game changed a lot, especially, you know, those early guys like Vlade Divac, Peja Stojakovic, Sabonis, Tony Kukoc, Dino Raja. You know, those guys paved the way for us now because that was the hardest part for European or for international players to break in the NBA. Because if you're honest, you know, everybody thought Europeans are soft. And then...
you ain't soft at all.
No, but, you know,
it's... That's what they don't know no better.
Because, you know, they were never physical. They were always skilled. They all shoot. Shoot, or, you know. And that thing changed. And then, you know, the next generation, when I came, Tony older than me, but then was more and more Europeans. And now, right now, it's just crazy to see how they're dominating the NBA. It's, you know, now this young kid won the Bayama. Wemby. He's, oh my God.
That motherfucker's going to be, listen.
Hold on, before we get off it then, because you brought him up. Defensive Player of the Year this year, is it Wemby or is it Rudy?
I mean, it depends how you look. You look.
Killer trying to tee me up right now.
I am trying to tee him up.
Trying to tee me up right now.
No, but you know, do you put the team record in it, or?
I mean, it's your call. You're the one doing it. What do you value?
You know, it was crazy because last night I just saw the video. It was like they stole the ball and it was 3-on-1 against Wemby.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to shoot.
They basically stopped playing.
Yeah, stop playing. So I was like, so listen, I go Wemby.
Listen, let me tell you something. When it's all said and done, well, I ain't gonna even say it's all said and done. In the next couple of years, I'm expecting that boy to average a triple-double.
With blocks.
Or with assists. I'm not.
Well, he's got a double-double for sure. So
that's what I'm saying. He's going to get a double-double for sure. But they're going to play through him so much.
Yeah.
He has a great He has a good basketball IQ.
It's going to be interesting how they continue to develop him as far as minutes and stuff, though.
I think, and
because for him to triple-double, he's got to play a lot of minutes.
Well,
because they don't shoot very well over there.
Yeah, but you run your offense through him, and you put him at the top of the key. You can run. He can pass the ball.
I agree.
You pull the big away from. You pull the big away from the basket.
Yes.
You work your backdoor cuts. You work all.
There's a reason his logo is an alien.
Yeah. And if you don't come out there, the can shoot it.
Yeah.
So now you pull the big away from the basket. I'm looking for him to be. I mean, Russ did it with assists. I'm looking for him to be a triple-double guy at some point. Yeah. Yes, he can do it with blocks, but I think he also do it with assists.
Quadruple?
Quadruple-double?
No, a triple-double. Ain't no quadruple double.
What do you mean? With blocks,
He's doing like
assists,
8,
points,
5.
and rebounds.
I don't know if he's gonna do all 4, but I know he can do 3 out of the 4.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be blocks or assists. I look for it to be with assists because once again, with it blocks, gonna get in the paint and let that. They're not gonna shoot over him. They're gonna get in the paint and spray. But with offense, the offense is gonna be ran through him. The ball is gonna be in his hand a lot. Bringing him at the top of the key, running any elbow action, running any action from the top of the key that's gonna pull the big away from the basket, working those backdoor cuts, all that. The ball finds energy, bro. Yeah. I'm thinking if the game is played the right way and it's played through him, and if he really wants to focus on it, because the motherfucker sleepwalk into a double-double. You can book the 20 and 10. Yeah. So now he starts to understand the game and starts to watch film and starts to see how he can make people better. Why can't he be a triple-double?
I don't disagree. I think he can. Whether he does it or not, it's going to be fun to watch.
You know what's a huge factor, too? That Pop just resigned for 5 years.
Yeah.
That's big.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be fun to watch.
Shout out to Pop.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out to
outlast
Pop.
all of us.
Exactly.
Like Ronald Isley. Outlast everybody like Ronald Isley.
Well, G, man, we appreciate you coming here, dog. It was a lot of
Thank
fun. I learned a lot today.
Hell yeah, for sure.
And I apologize you had to be teammates with him. You know what I mean?
Wait, hold on. You ain't asking one question. There's one question on that board. Who is his favorite teammate? Who is his best teammate?
You know what's the funny story about OG?
Yeah.
We play against Philly.
Yeah.
And Dwight Howard was playing, and OG spoke because OG go in. He got ejected in first minute of the game.
Okay, but tell him before I got ejected, I was 4 for 4.
Yeah, you were 4 for 4.
I was cooking with no grease. 4 for 4.
When the glasses come off,
I was on fire. Listen, and when I got in the locker room, the first thing I said to myself was, "Damn, I f***ed up my good game. I don't even get a chance to play that much. I was about to have a good one. I f***ed it up." It goes back to what I tell them though. It was a situation where I went for a rebound. Dwight threw me down on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I watch a lot of basketball. I understood that particular season, Dwight had led the league in those kind of fouls, offensive fouls, just throwing people down. That's that muscle. Like, we ain't doing it. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's like I thought about it because I am playing well. I only been in the game for a little while, but then I thought about what I tell my guys. I always tell my guys, don't let nobody fuck with you. Yeah. Don't let anybody get away with shit. Because if you let them get away with it once, they're going to keep doing it. And you better believe when they play you again, they're going to remember that your ass was soft the last time. And that becomes a reputation in this league of being soft if you let people get away with shit. So after I got up, I said, nah, I can't let this shit ride. I can't let this shit ride. And I just had to handle my business. And when I said something to the White, I said, man, what the is you doing? I said, come on with that. And I didn't expect him to say nothing back, but his response was, what you gonna do? Oh, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna poke your eyeball out. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a hole in your head. That's what I'm gonna do, motherfucker. Like, you tripping. Like, why you wanna throw me down? I don't play that much.
OG, what about Detroit?
Oh, man, that fan, I'm gonna whoop his ass. Bro, once again, it's always somebody with me now. So
it's never your fault.
Nah, man, I don't bother nobody, bro. I get in the game again. I don't know if this was the end of the game. The Philly game, I was actually playing real minutes. Yeah. That's why I really fucked up, because I was in the rotation that night and I was doing good. I was fighting for more minutes. Spo might have seen me play that game, like, you know what, we need this. But anyway, I got thrown out. So now we in Detroit, same thing. But I think this is I think this is the end of the game.
Yeah, that was the end of the game.
This is the end of the game. So I get put in at the end of the game. Once again, I already hate that anyway, but I'm a good vet. I got to show professionalism to my young guys. So I get in the motherfucking game. As soon as I get in the game, I get fouled. I go to the free throw line. So I'm at the free throw line. This is fan sitting courtside. This just talking. Before that, even a couple times up the court, he talking. So now I get fouled. Boom. I missed the first free throw. He talking. I make the second free throw. Boom. There's another play where there's a foul and there's a timeout. So now I'm getting ready to walk to the bench for the timeout.
He did a detour.
And I said to myself, I might not get another chance to check this month. I just might not. So I made a U-turn. And I walked over to the sitting courtside. I don't know if he was with his boy or he was with his girl or he was with somebody. And I told him, I said, hey, man, listen, sit your ass down and enjoy the game. Because if you was out here in these streets, you wouldn't talk that shit because I whoop your ass. So enjoy this game before you get embarrassed out here. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy the game. Enjoy the show, dog. You know what I'm saying? And that was literally just it. You know what I'm saying? But once again, I don't believe in bullying. You ain't gonna come to this motherfucker and bully me. You know what I'm saying? I don't bother nobody. And the referee that night actually came up to me after the game and said, good job for standing up for yourself. Yeah, this motherfucker gonna single me out and think I'm the one to be bullied. What made you think about this 6'8", 230-pound that this you could bully? Like, I don't know where you got that
switches on. Switches on.
You know what I'm saying? So that was another situation where once again I tell my guys all the time, man, don't let nobody with you. Don't let nobody disrespect you. And don't let nobody get over on you. That's the shit I learned from my dad. I'm a daddy's son. So my daddy roll over in his grave if I let a motherfucker get over on me.
But you know what? I appreciate the OGs for that because he always got my back, and JJ.
Yeah.
Oh,
JJ.
So JJ got everyone back.
JJ, man. That's
real.
That's too good. That's two people. Two good
what
people.
Was that?
I always had this back too.
Yes,
Ask him.
He sure did.
Yeah, I always had
He
his back
sure
too.
did.
I was about to whoop some ass.
Like,
in
I was
college.
never scared to fight.
No.
Because I'm not a fighter, but like
I tell everybody.
I know that.
I tell
I
everybody
got OG
that-
and JJ on my side.
Like I tell everybody, man, all I want to see you do is stand up for yourself. I do the rest. Just stand up for yourself.
I ain't got no problem doing that. Well, I appreciate you coming in, man.
Yes, sir, Gogi.
I appreciate you, dog, for
Y'all get me going on the old
That was good.
stories.
Yeah, you'll get going.
I ain't bother nobody. Hey, Portland, y'all do better.
OG's out. Appreciate you, G.